Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at crypto.com, ticker CRO against USDT. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, it's going to be in the top right hand corner of this video. Check that out before watching this one so you have more context. Now, looking at the daily chart, as always, we do have our large Fibonacci retracement set from the swing high in February to the swing low in June. That gave us a 82, almost 83 cent target at the 1.618. We got a bit overextended above that, and I was targeting this, and I was telling you guys that you should target the 1.618 after you break past the previous swing high, and that's exactly what we've done over here. Then we wicked back down to the 1.272, and we basically, back tested that as support. We even wicked all the way down here to 30 something cents, 36 cents. But, most of the projects had these big wicks on Kucoin, and most of them, I think, were scam wicks, and you couldn't really get in, even if you had your buy orders at these prices. But as you can see, you went all the way down to the 55 EMA on the daily chart, and I always tell you to have your buy orders at the 55 EMA. Not a financial advice, but you can see that once you start correcting back down, you usually wick off of the 55 EMA. Right now, we're hitting our head on the 1.414, so I would potentially expect another move to the 1.272 all the way to 50 cents over here. So that would be a nice buy order for you. And that's where the 55 EMA is actually, so you may have another bounce. I did give you this bear pennant in the last video, and it did give us a price target at the 55 EMA, and that's exactly where we landed as well. We just want the EMAs to come closer a bit because they do have a gap in between them, and you want them to come back and catch up with each other basically. So long term, I'm still looking at $1.43 and $2.13. That is if we get overextended into the year 2022 with our bull market, which I think is going to happen. And I do think that with all these bullish news and partnerships crypto.com has, by the end of the bull market, it can actually go beyond $3. That's just my opinion personally. But at that point, it would be very overpriced, very overextended. And if you're not going to be taking profits, in time, or you're going to get greedy, you're going to pay for that because you're going to come back down, all the way down with the bear market. And that is going to happen pretty quickly. But I will try to help you out with timing the markets, guys. It's very hard to do. It's almost impossible to do. That's why you have to take profits earlier. And, that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll be letting all of you guys know that. But first off, obviously, I will be letting know my patrons when I'm selling and what I'm selling and what I'm buying for that matter. But, enough of that. Like I said, we're getting hit by the 0.236 from above and the 20 EMA. So potentially, we're just going to get pushed back down to the 55 EMA and to the 1.272. So on the macro aspect, we're doing, relatively good because we had this nice run up over here, and now we're just pulling back a bit. You can see that at the beginning of November, since then we had a 367% move, and now we've actually had a 46% pullback, which is healthy. You need these pullbacks. Without them, the markets aren't going to work really. Now, jumping into the daily RSI, I did just adjust a little bit this white trend line over here, this horizontal, and you can see that we bounced off of it very nicely over here. We went below this upper one, we back tested it as resistance straight away, and then went all the way down here. And I do think we're going to hold this one as well, and I do think we potentially can see some bounces off the green trend line. And the green trend line over here represents a multi-month support trend line on the daily RSI, and you don't want to be losing that. So like I said, yeah, hold this white trend line, hold this green horizontal, and you do have this resistance above you at 60.86 on the index of the RSI. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's jump into Kucoin. Actually, before we do that, I do want to jump into the 4-hourly chart over here and just lay some Fibonacci retracements over here and see what we have going on the micro aspect. So There we go. Let's just get that there. And looking at this swing high over here to the swing low, as you can see, we have the targets to the downside. So this is just a small fib over here to see what we're doing. So I'm going to remove that just so you don't get confused. There we go. So we had this move to the upside, got overextended, printed our swing high, and we went all the way back down to the golden ratio over here, as you can see. So this price over here, this is the golden ratio at 53 cents or 54. We just got a bit overextended to the downside, but we mainly held this as support, got back above it real quick, and now we're above the 0.5 over here at 60 cents. And if you manage to hold that and get above the 55 EMA and get yourself that bullish cross going, this is where you potentially may start the uptrend for crypto.com, because you printed a low, you're printing a higher low, you have a high, a higher high. So it's doing all great. And you can have a potential resistance point here at 67 cents at the 0.382. And the next one is at 77, almost 78 cents at the 0.236. But yeah, those can be your selling points if you're looking for a quick flip. But yeah, great way to start dollar cost averaging right now. Great opportunities, I should say, because you should buy off of support. Always buy off of support. So if you're looking to put in, let's say, $1,000 into crypto.com, I would put in $250 right now, and then I would put $250 like 5% below that, and then $250 5% below that. So just in the case that we have another major pullback, you can't be expecting these wicks all the time, and you can't be expecting to get filled on these wicks, because I guarantee you a lot of people didn't get filled on these wicks. I have people, my followers, are telling me that they had buy orders at these prices, but they just simply didn't get filled. So it's not worth putting your buy orders that low, in my opinion. But you can still, I think, have some buy orders at the golden ratio over here and at the 786. Now jumping into Kucoin as well. So we do have this channel down pattern over here, as you can see. So basically what happens is you have a resistance level and you keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And right now we're running into it once again. So from here, you can potentially expect a pullback all the way down here to 48 cents, 49 cents to roughly. And this is a major support level that we have over here, and it was tested as a resistance level previously. So you can see how this level does have significance, and you can potentially come back down there, right? Or you can, just have a move to the downside without even touching this support line over here of this channel pattern. So yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. Potentially, you do have some sort of a pattern over here playing out. You do have some sort of a symmetrical triangle over here, and potentially you're going to see a little breakout very soon, either to the upside or to the downside. If you break to the upside, I would look for a back test of support and enter on the back test of support. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Check me out on Twitter. We do have a Telegram chat and a Discord server as well. Make sure to check out our Patreon as well. And that's pretty much it.